much. Enjoy the match in the company of our commentary team, Pat Nevin and Paul Mitchell.
Well, it's the 8th time Hearts and Partick Thistle have been drawn together in the Scottish Cup. It's the first meeting at Tynecastle since 1996, and a Paul Ritchie goal settled the tie. John Robertson makes 2 changes from the side that started at Firhill. Graham Weir and Joe Hamill drop onto the bench. Into the starting 11 come Paul Hartley, who is suspended, and Ramon Pereira.
Hearts looked particularly powerful just now. Stephen Presley and Webster in defence, as well as McKenna up front. But I think it's the return of Paul Hartley, who's been the most vital player and the best player for them in the midfield this season. Breaking forward, he's interested the Scotland manager.
A trio of changes for Dick Campbell from his first match in charge. Jamie Mitchell is injured, can play no part in tonight's replay. Andy Gibson and Adam Strachan drop onto the bench. The trio coming in: Andy Dowie, Andy Ross and Billy Gibson.
I think in goals there, Kenny Arthur might have his work cut out tonight. Andy Dowie's in the middle of that centre midfield there to get a little bit of strength, but I think Adrian Madaski, he's been the rock in defence this season. But it's up front, Armando One. He's not the most mobile player, but he's big and powerful, got a bit of skill, and he knows his way to the goal.
Our referee, as it was for the first leg, is Craig Mackay. So Andy Ross standing over the ball, waiting to get us underway with the Scottish Cup 3rd round replay. Partick Thistle in their usual colours against Hearts and Maroon. And the ball for Oni to chase early on. Well, the Kilmarnock assistant boss is working for Radio Scotland this evening. And the way he's making of things so far, his team will play the winner. Farland makes himself available. Dashes had a smashing start to this game. Pereira, a little bit unorthodox, but he almost got away with it. Nielsen again, looks to deliver. Header came in from Kevin McKenna. And actually got 2 unchallenged headers in. And we'll give Kenny Milne the benefit of the doubt with that one. And he need to get it to Oni, almost inside Andy Webster. Webster got the touch, and it's a corner. The first of the match goes to Partick Thistle.
Good running there by Armando One. It's got in a dangerous area. I think Webster's done exactly the right thing there, trying to get it back to his goalkeeper, but a fair turn of pace with the big man.
Ball comes in, goalkeeper was struggling, and Armando One opens the scoring for Partick Thistle after 8 minutes. It's the first division side who take the lead. Hearts are punished from the set piece, and it's Hearts 0, Partick Thistle 1.
First real chance of the game there. Armando One is standing right on the goalkeeper, and his power is causing the goalkeeper all sorts of problems. It's a simple head in the end. He had to be there, and he done that in the first game as well. He caused the goalkeeper all sorts of problems from the corner kicks. Well deserved by the big man.
Phil Stamp tries the shot. A bit of frustration perhaps from Phil Stamp.
Yeah, little suggestion of a handball there, and the Partick Thistle players weren't very happy about that, but yeah, they want to get something in goal, they want to get something started, they want to get a little bit of fluency to their play, and then Stamp's saying there, get forward.
Wyness goes down on his backside. It's a free kick. And Ashley just conceding. He plays forward, including Andy Webster. Right foot delivery from Stamp. Kevin McKenna. Well, he peeled away from Madashi, set himself up, but couldn't put the header on target.
Well taken free kick, and he's got exactly the right position, but you've got to get that on target. Any striker should be heading that downwards, and that's a poor attempt with no one on him.
Flicks on. Ramon tries to cause a few problems. Nielsen. Ball gets flicked through. Hartley's onside. he's not. The flag's gone up. It was a late flag, and it won't count. Well, Paul Hartley, you could see him glancing up. He thought he was onside, but it won't count.
That was an extremely late flag, but that's what the assistant referee's been asked to do recently. But that's a great run by Paul Hartley. Can we see here? Yeah, maybe just half a yard offside. He's taking his time, he thought about it. That's what Paul Hartley's great at, but maybe just half a yard too early.
There's Ramon. Following up, got the touch. Pereira with a chance to run. There's Linus, ball onto the left foot. Got to go from the distance. Goalkeeper was comfortable.
Yeah, he's got on target there. He's got the power behind it. But Kenny Arthur, he's looking very safe and very secure. No suggestion of the ball dropping out of his hands there. Sticking like glue.
Nielsen plays it away to Mill. Nielsen again low. Foot with an inviting ball over. Pereira tries to keep it in. Didn't do so.
Looking along the line, he's very comfortable at that. He's infuriating the Hearts supporters. From up here, first of all, it didn't look out to me, but we'll see a better angle here. Bad control, first touch. That was in. I think assistant linesman's made a poor decision there, and I don't think that goal would have been defended quite as badly as that had the whistle not gone.
Well, the whistle did go relatively early.
It's not even close to me. I mean, the whole ball has to be over the line, but it doesn't look to me as if even part of the ball was over the line.
A former Hearts boss, now the Kilmarnock man in charge, and they're in good form at the moment too. Ian Campbell just in front, the new Brecon boss, keeping an eye on his brother. But Kilmarnock await the winners of this tie. Presley looking for McKenna, the lay off to Wyness. Right foot of Pereira plays the ball forward, and Kenny Arthur can do nothing about that. And perhaps in a fortunate manner, Hearts have their first corner.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for Partick Thistle because this is where Hearts want to do something. They've got Webster, they've got Presley, and they've got McKenna. All very good, all very big, strong in the air.
Well, Stephen Presley in the box, despite the fact he scored from a corner kick at the weekend. He didn't come up for any others after that. He's leaving it for the midfield. Corner comes in, the head flick in, and it's knocked in by Neil McFarlane, and the Hearts number 11 gets Hearts level again. 11 minutes from half-time. It's Hearts 1, Partick Thistle 1.
Once again, great delivery from the corner there. Difficult to do, and zipped into that front post. A little bit of misunderstanding there, but he's quick to react to it. A little toe poke beneath the keeper. Nothing he can do there.
Well, McFarlane was alert to the possibility. Kenny Arthur had no chance. The post-mortem begins in the Partick Thistle defence. And it's got the flick away from Murray. It'll come down to Kenny Mill, who's back to full health. Going in, spoiling Thistle's chances of the move. Angle ball, Hartley's up, gets the head flick on. Wyness, that's excellent by Wyness. Great skill from Dennis Wyness. John Robertson's got a lot of faith in the former Cali Thistle striker, and this is why.
Little nod on there once again. The man Hartley, he gets in there, no one picks him up, and Wyness is in the box where he should be, reading it. It's a decent effort on goal.
Either player pulled out there, showing the commitment to their respective causes. And he was strong in the challenge too. And now being asked to chase. What on earth was that from Billy Gibson? Well, it's one way to try and clear your lines.
It certainly is a mix-up between the two of them there, but they had to go for that ball. But once the challenge goes in here and the ball spins away, Kenny Arthur very quick to react.
Thistle wins the ball. Goal scorer McFarlane. He's challenged late, and he will receive a yellow card for his struggles.
And he can have no complaints with that whatsoever. Very late, from behind. I didn't think there was any real attempt to get the ball there.
Mackay just having trouble holding a knee for the moment, who wanted to resume his conversation. This is a challenge.
I was extremely late that, and very kind, as you could say. It was clumsy, but if you go in at that angle and go in that late, there is no question. I don't think he was arguing anyway. Oh, he is now.
So it's stoppage time in the first half. Webster played it forward. Montani. Oni. Ramon and Fleming's up. Can have a little bit of space. As well won by McFarlane, and now Hartley, and Hartley just got touched there. And that's another yellow card. Both coming in stoppage time. And this time it's Andy Dowie.
Again, it looks slightly unnecessary there. Just couldn't get to the ball quick enough. It's the old one. He got there as quick as he could. That's a definite yellow card, and a very cheap one as well.
Well, to be fair, Hearts were breaking in number. It's the last action of the half. Sees Presley play the ball forward. That was just knocked away, and the half-time whistle goes from referee Craig Mackay. So Armandoni got things going after 8 minutes. Corner came in, Craig Gordon could only tip onto his own bar, and that's the proverbial header from a yard out. Hearts got back into it though, through Neil McFarlane, not a prolific goal scorer, but an important one in the Scottish Cup. And half-time at Tynecastle is Hearts 1, Partick Thistle 1. Well, the second half gets underway at Tynecastle. The last 9 matches between these sides here have produced a positive outcome. Hearts winning on 7 occasions. Partick Thistle remaining 2. Thistle took the lead but have been pegged back. They played at a great pace in the first half. Interesting to see how long they can keep that up in the second. So Dick Campbell, looking on at his new side, will be relatively happy. Adachi with a header. Heading on to Ramon. Passing by Partick Thistle. Oh, he's taken up good position. Drags the ball back. Oh, that had power. Well, I don't think I've seen a shot hit with so much power in a long time.
Certainly, he's taken the ball well under his feet, and he's gone well on target. If it was to the side of Gordon at all, I think it could have went in, but good save by the goalkeeper.
That was a hit and a half.
Yeah, he seems to get better every time you see him, and it really is a question of fitness with Big Oni half the time, but I think this is what Partick Thistle want as much as anything else. They want free kicks and corners and those sort of areas so they can put the ball underneath the crossbar. No surprises if this ball is delivered in the same place again.
Well, he had a little spell in English football. He played regional football in France. He's becoming a star with Partick Thistle. Fleming's corner in. McKenna with a header away, but Gordon was tumbled by Oni on that occasion.
I think what Oni's trying to do, obviously, is trying to stop Gordon coming out for the ball here, and referee this time decided that there's been an infringement that's got in his way, but he's just holding his ground, he's arguing.
Gordon with a long ball forward, won by Grant Murray. And Webster's presented Oni with the opportunity, but he recovered and lost to the challenge, just going in too high for the referee's liking. Stamp wanted it from Nielsen. But then Hearts can switch the ball from one flank to the other. McAllister into the box. McKenna's brought it down. Madashi, good covering challenge. Well, if you're going to be beaten once, it's always wise to try and recover it.
Yeah, certainly a mistake there for Madashi. He got below the ball there, below the flight of it. You have to give him credit. He got back there quickly.
Stamp. It's a decent teasing ball. Pereira needed some help. He got it in the form of Hartley. Takes his man on. Paul Hartley takes on two. All that was missing was the finishing touch.
Yeah, a wonderful piece of play there. The ball eventually he went out for a throw-in. A great little piece of play. Dummies two players, gets a shot. It's a difficult angle, but he was at the start of that move by taking a quick free kick 20 to 30 seconds earlier. Once again, if it's not going to be from a corner or a free kick, this is a man that seems capable of doing it from open play.
Former Hearts favourite, League Cup winner of Partick, Jimmy Bourne, who's looks on the assistant boss at Partick Thistle now. Midway through the second half. And the SPL team, who've lost only 2 of their home SPL matches this season, to Celtic and Motherwell, struggling to find a way past Thistle. That's for the better of the possession though. Played in field, McKenna. Good stop from the goalkeeper. Neat 3-man move from Hearts, so Kenny Arthur does what he's paid to do.
That's one of the best pieces of play in the game so far. Lovely movement by Hearts off the ball. Nice passing play. He's taking it first time there on target. Decent save by Kenny Arthur. He would have been disappointed if he didn't get to it near post, but it was low, hard, struck well. Good save.
So McAllister just tells Phil Stamp to move into the box. Plays the corner and goalkeeper. Double fist. Or slid it away. Hartley dropped back alongside Presley. Fleming just overextended slightly and the challenge came in. Well, it wasn't the challenge perhaps that Andy Ross was looking for, but I thought he got the ball.
I thought he got that very clean as well, and it looked a little bit messy. I think the referee's done the right thing. He's got a very clean foot on the ball there. No complaints.
Sounds missed that, but Winers can flick it back to him. Stamp's made a good run. Phil Stamp looks up while he tried the shot. It was going to be very tight from that angle. He had players up in support.
Again, it was his first touch there. It was the problem. If he'd have gathered the ball better on the first touch there, it's gone too far ahead of him, out of control. I think it would have been better to hold the ball and maybe cut it back to a player who's in a better position. I've seen him happier.
Alistair will have to play that. Makes it a bit more interesting for his goalkeeper. Zoni came down on Craig Gordon. And she plays it away. When he came up, McAllister breaks. On the angle, McKenna's up, the goalkeeper spills it. Hamill pulls it back. Good defending by Grant Murray. That was so important for Partick Thistle, as Hearts were waiting to supply the finishing touch. And that's going to go Hearts' way from the free kick.
Part of the problem here really is the Partick Thistle defenders are getting tired. Madaski has the second header in a row that he's lost there. And the goalkeeper's got his hands to it. He has spilled it, but he's got it out of the way. I think it was going in towards the goal.
Oh, Hartley. We're going to make something happen for Hearts. That's Fans growing restless. Into the box, heading high up. Phil Stamp looks for it. It's messy in there. And no head flick goes in to Kenny Arthur. And the SPL team starting to struggle to create chances.
Yeah, but they're putting the balls in that area there, and they're getting little flick-ons, and it just needs one of them to drop down in a dangerous area. It's again very deep defending there. They're in the 6-yard line, and it just needs the ball to flick the wrong direction, and Thistle are in trouble.
Thistle got something up their sleeves to shock the SPL team with in normal time. Just had to let that go, and Hearts start the charge. Long throw. Here comes McKenna. There was somebody to drop onto the corner. Had to play it across, it's a mistake! And Dennis Weiner scores for Hearts! And he'll put them into the 4th round of the Scottish Cup. Dennis Weiner's on the score sheet. Hearts 2, Partick Thistle 1.
It was eventually going to come. With so much pressure there from Hearts. There's a little bit of tiredness once again. McKenna gets the ball in there. There were so many Hearts players in the middle there, but it was a mistake, and it was so unfortunate. And Grant Murray there, the ball's under his feet, and then when it lands at Dennis's feet, easy tap, keeps himself calm, puts in the corner. Good goal, thoroughly deserved by Hearts, but you got to feel sorry really for Partick. They've played a great part in this game, but it looks like they're going out.
Oh, Grant Murray, 6 years at Hearts. He was a teammate of John Robertson. They were both on the bench for the Scottish Cup final win. But Grant Murray, well, he'll feel sore about that one, as will his teammates. Under a minute to play at Tynecastle. Hearts leading by 2-1. Ramon bundled over. Simmons was very careless indeed. And can the First Division side make something of the set piece at the death?
Well, everybody will be going up for this. Madaski's going up in the middle there. I'm sure Roney will be making his presence felt. Can't be many throws of the dice left now for Partick Thistle.
Well, so close for Dick Campbell, taking Hearts into extra time. He won't have given up hope just yet, but he knows that goal from Wynas could have sealed it. Fleming plays it in, Roney's in! It's Partick Thistle's best chance of the second half, and it comes in the final minute.
Only was on the end of it. There's a little bit of pressure, but he should have got on target once again. Fantastic ball in by Fleming. He's headed it down, but he's headed it too far down.
Oh well, how close did he come? Well, the Thistle fans, well, they'll be shocked. The hope that they were going to take Hearts into extra time, but it wasn't to be. Hearts have left 5 players back. And Stamp just holds the ball in. Hearts just looking to run out time. We're in stoppage time at Tynecastle. Ball goes out, there'll be a throw into Partick Thistle. 30 seconds of the stoppage time to play.
I think Partick Thistle will be thinking at this point, you know, they've worked hard, they've shown that they're an improving side. The difficulty they've had this season so far, I mean, they can get a lot of confidence out of this game, and this tie. Dick Campbell certainly has worked a little bit of magic since he's gone to Firhill.
Kenny Milne throws it in. Grant Murray launches it forward, but the referee says enough is enough, and Hearts will play Kilmarnock in the 4th round of the Scottish Cup. Hugs all round. The manager's embrace. John Robertson will be a happy man to see his SPL side going through. Well, Dennis Wynas scored goals a couple of seasons ago to take Cantley Thistle through against Hearts. He's won the affections of the Tynecastle faithful by scoring the vital goal in this match. It finishes at Tynecastle in the Scottish Cup 3rd round replay. Hearts 2, Partick Thistle 1.
They came with a game plan and they stuck to it, and it very nearly worked for them. You know, they've got ahead early. The wind's caused a bit of problems. A great ball for Derek Fleming, and it's given Craig give any goalkeeper problems under the bar, and it's fallen for a big, and Andy O'Neill's who's tucked it away. But then, you know, from 15 minutes onwards, we got really into the game, created a lot of chances, had a couple of goals that were very tight decisions, recovered from that, missed 2 or 3 chances again. In the second half, completely dominated it. Thistle had 2 attacks, 2 tremendous efforts. Again, big and Andy, tremendous strike and good save for Craig. And then really at the end, he should have scored. He could have scored, but then we had chances. Paul Hartley could have scored a hat-trick second half. Dennis Wynnes has had a couple of good saves from the keeper, and in the end I thought we deserved to go through.
I've got to be extremely happy with the commitment for the players. And you play like that and you shouldn't be sitting second bottom in the league. But tonight's cup tie, we had a magnificent fans through tonight, and I honestly felt the game was there for winning, and I was quite happy to go into extra time, because I seen signs in there, they were flagging a wee bit, you know.
The ball came across you, you just looked back, saw Dennis Wynnes, did you just realise that was it there and then?
Yeah, obviously myself had a chance to clear it, and I've misread the ball coming in, and it's fell straight to Dennis, and he doesn't miss him for there. You're not expecting anyone in your own team to miss him for there, but that's the way it goes.
I think Partick have come out with a lot of credit over the 2 games. Obviously the new management, they've given us a hard run over 2 games, nearly took it to extra time tonight, and they've done really well. But from our own point of view, it's great to get through to the next round in a home tie.
Jim and Billy have set the standard for all modern Hearts managers. You know, we've got to go and achieve what they achieved. You know, it was a tremendous feat to win the Cup in '98, along with a fantastic run in the league, which a lot of people forget about. And as I say, Jim and Billy have really set the standard for everybody to follow. And you know, if we get through, fantastic. I'm sure I wish us all the best. But Jim will be equally determined that his community can go all the way.
The last time, indeed the only time, Partick Thistle managed to win against Hearts in the Scottish Cup was 85 years ago. And sadly for them, it wasn't to be this evening. But it was an entertaining match, and Gordon Smith watched it along beside me. Gordon, it was a good game, thoroughly enjoyable. Partick Thistle certainly had their part to play in it.
It was a tight game. There wasn't much in it at all, as we know we got a late winner. But I thought Partick Thistle deserved a lot of credit for how well they did, because they really pushed Hearts all the way. And it probably made it a better game, the fact that they were away from home and they took an early lead. Yeah, that early goal for them was very important, and Hearts were looking a bit ragged at the start. Yes, Hearts didn't start the game well at all. There was a kind of nervousness about them. I don't know whether the game got to them, but you know, ball played in behind there. Andy Webster just gets caught out a little bit and decides just to play it away for the corner. Now, there was a swirling wind, there's no doubt about that tonight in Tynecastle, but Craig Gordon won't be happy with his contribution there. It was a bit of a mistake, and Oney does the business. He won't have many easier chances than that. Ball off the bar, and he's an easy one to put in. But it was a swirling wind, and the corners obviously played right in on top of him. Armand Oney's, that's his job, to put pressure on Craig Gordon. He certainly did that a lot more during the course of the game. But that was a good goal and a good start for him. Yeah, it was a great start for Partick. I mean, he put pressure on the Hearts defence. Oney's a big lad, strong, difficult to handle, and all in all, I thought Partick played pretty well, but Hearts certainly didn't start the game too well. Were you surprised the way that they went on the first 15 minutes of the game? They looked very scrappy, kept giving the ball away as well. They were making a lot of mistakes. I was quite surprised, because they say Hearts at home, they've got a very good record and they've got a lot of good players, but you know, they just kept passing the ball to Partick players, and you know, even this situation here, Robbie Nielsen throws the ball to Oney, and he's a great thrower of the ball, but they gave Partick Thistle a great opportunity to get in the game. I think they gave them a bit of encouragement, because Hearts weren't at their best in the early part of the game, and there was factors right throughout the team when they were trying to build up Hearts. Here's a situation here where misunderstanding, and that was what you were finding a lot in their play, and they just didn't get things going. Paul Hartley actually put the ball in the back of the net here and called for offside. Agree with that one? They started to come into the game a bit more after 20 minutes, and I did agree with that decision. It was a correct decision, but I certainly didn't agree with this decision. There's no way that ball's over the line. It's still in play. The whistle had gone early, and they ended up putting the ball in the net there, Hearts, but and then there's McKenna with a chance as well. But they put the ball in the net on those 2 occasions, but one of them was wrong, and one of them was a mistake by the linesman, no doubt about it. You almost feel for McKenna, because he's a defender, and he's up there playing forward line, and he struggles a bit from time to time. He does, but it's a hard job for him. I mean, he is an out-and-out defender, but he does a decent job. I mean, they've sold De Vries, he's away now, and they have to play somebody up front, and McKenna's got the physique to play up there, and I think that's why you want a target man, and he does a good job. Now, Partick's opening goal came from a corner. Hearts' equaliser also from a corner. How did you read this one? Yes, it was not great defending from Thistle's point of view, but I did feel that the ball just didn't break for them. I think Nielsen got the first header in. It broke off 2 Thistle defenders, and it broke between them and between the goalkeeper. And you could just see here, Neil McFarlane does very well just to get in there. He made a lot of tackling and a lot of good tackles in the midfield, and worked very hard for Hearts tonight, and getting a goal as well was crucial, because that got Hearts back in the game, and you were just worried for them a little bit at that point, because it didn't seem as if it was going to be their night.
Yeah, absolutely. 1-1 at half-time. Into the second half, it certainly was an entertaining game. Both sides creating chances as well.
Yeah, I think the second half was more even, but I think that Hearts probably started to get more chances though, and they definitely were working it forward a bit more. Thistle were maybe just trying to catch them out in the break, but there was a whole number of chances. Paul Hartley, who's got a good shot, fires that one over. But this was a great effort from Oni again. I mean, he got the goal already in there, and he brought a great save out of Craig Gordon. Craig Gordon obviously then making up for his mistake for Thistle's goal. And there's another situation where Ken McKenna there just doesn't get the ball down early enough. It's a great ball into him, but he was always involved, McKenna. That was the thing. He did lead the line very well, and he's involved in the situation here. Lovely ball to the far side to Winans. He gets it on his left foot volley, but just deflected past. But you know what, Fallon there just slots a lovely ball in. This is a good shot, Neil McKenna.
Lovely save from Kenny Arthur, yeah.
Great shot from save from Arthur there. He did very well in the goalkeeper. And then, you know, once again, ball played in there, good header in, keeper gets it away. Great interception from Grant Murray there, because that ball was getting cut back into the path of Kevin McKenna, and I'm sure he would have scored at that point.
Absolutely. Now, we were all saying it's going to go to extra time up in the gantry. You said, don't worry about it, it'll be 2-1 Hearts.
I've
no idea how you knew it.
Well, I just felt Hearts were pushing. I thought Thistle did really well, but I felt Hearts were pushing for a winner. And eventually, right at the very end, they got it. There's Robbie Nielsen with the throw in there, and he puts the ball onto his left foot, Kevin McKenna here, but he delivers it in the box, and both defenders miss it. I think Grant Murray's just put off a little bit because Milne just misses it in front of him. Two ex-Hearts players, ironically, just missing the ball there. But I think that Grant Murray's just put off a little bit. It comes past both defenders, you see, and it's good reaction from Dennis Winans there, because easily that ball could have gone past him as well, but he was ready and he reacted first. Good touch to bring it down and slot it away, and end up Hearts get the win and they're through.
And of course, Oni had a great chance to equalise less than a minute later. I mean, he's very upset about that, and
absolutely. Having said that, that was 2-1, the winning goal, but that should have been an equaliser. He'll not have many better chances than that. And he knows it himself. What a chance he had to force the game into extra time. But he played so well, the big man. It's difficult to criticise him, and he's done a good job. But you can't believe really that Thistle are down in the second bottom of the first division. They didn't look that big a gap tonight. Yeah, Dick Campbell has done a decent job. It's only the third match in charge, but he's certainly turned the team around very quickly. Well, if they play like they did tonight, I don't see them staying down there for too long. I think they'll start to put some results together. They certainly look capable of scoring, creating chances, and I think they'll get out of trouble. And the importance for Hearts to actually get through this one, because there were times where it looked like they might not have tonight. Big one for Hearts. They've got a semi-final coming up, as we know, in the CIS semi-final. Now the Tenants through to the fourth round, a home tie against Kilmarnock, which will be a good game, and they're pushing obviously to get higher up the league too. So Hearts needed the win tonight and got the win. Jim Jeffries and Billy Brown are the two guys who won the cup for Hearts. They're back here to make sure that Hearts don't win it this year. Oh, that'll be built up, that tie, you can believe that. There'll be a lot of press given to that game before it comes. It's a big match. John Robertson against basically maybe his mentors to a certain degree, so that'll be good to see. And